Dev. She's an Oriya, and that's natural for him to, that's the state pride, and he comes from Orissa, a party that represents Orissa. But on the other hand, he also talks about the attributes of her rising up the ranks. I want to ask you, as a woman, deep down, your conscience, what would it tell you? Draupadi Murmu is no ordinary woman standing for presidential elections. Do you think you had a conflict in your heart about whether to vote for her or for Mr. Yashwant Sinha? And Mr. Yashwant Sinha's allegations about the government using ED, using CBI and horse trading happening. Do you think that really happened in the presidential elections? I want you to answer that question fair and square, looking at our viewers directly in the eye.
My conscience is crystal clear. A presidential election of this sort, and in the given background and backdrop of the country, is not about two individuals. Yes, it does matter which state they come from and what is their background. I mean, they have to be befitting candidates. But to say it is about a woman and it's only about the state she comes from and the community she comes from, totally misses out on the larger picture of the fact that the constitution is under threat. And a presidential post, which is one of the highest constitutional posts, is a position, a chair that protects and upholds the constitution. So I will not disrespect what my friend Dr. Patnaik is saying from the BJP. His emotions are well respected, but I'm going to say the way we are coming from is a totally different perspective. You see, coming from Bengal, we have seen the kind of attack federalism has been under. In Parliament, we have seen how bills which are not money bills have been pushed as bills and sent to the president's house for its assent, and it's been given. It's a much larger part, Navika. I respect every woman parliamentarian. I respect anyone who's risen from the ranks. It's nothing personal. And if you ask me about my conscience is clear. I am voting against the practice of turning a president's post, which is supposed to uphold the constitution, into an exactly opposite situation. That's the vote as far as my party is concerned. And I do not want to disrespect the candidate of the NDA alliance partners and whoever is supporting her. I respect everybody's opinions, view, but it's rather short-sightedness to say it's about the fact that she's a woman and she's a tribal lady. There's a much larger picture here which we must not miss. And when Yashwant Sinha ji said about ED and CBI and central agencies, that is also a very big issue that is occupying the political space in the country today. Please understand that it is but quite obvious that anybody who is warming up to the treasury benches, or who's close to the treasury benches, or is sitting on the treasury benches, have today escaped the investigation of central agencies. But politicians who are, or MPs, MLAs, or people connected or close to the opposition parties have been consistently targeted. There are a plethora of cases and reasons why BJP politicians should be investigated by the central agencies, but it's not happening. And be that as it may, that is very much on the mind of the people of India, and that's what Yashwant Sinha ji is referring to, that the pressure politics of central agencies and horse trading is something that is also what he is fighting.